If you happen to have a Bad Boy mower, they suggest changing the oil every 50 hours or every year annually. So let's do this. And if by chance you have a brand new mower, it suggests the first initial oil change at 8 hours. Fortunately, on these mowers, instead of having to unscrew a plug down here in the engine, have it run down all down the side of your mower, they have a drain hose with a little plug on the end already ready for you to use. So just make sure you have an oil pan and a couple appropriately sized wrenches to loosen up your drain plug. Having a rag to wipe everything down is definitely handy. This engine is supposed to hold about 2 quarts, so make sure you have the appropriate size pan. And to help the oil drain a little bit easier, you can remove your dipstick. For this oil change, I'm going to be using some Kohler 10W30 synthetic blend and a Kohler filter. And while the oil is draining, I'm going to go ahead and add some oil to the inside of the filter so it'll absorb into the paper filter that's inside. A little hard to do while holding a camera. Then I'm going to take some of this oil that's on the top here. We want to coat it around the top of this O-ring. It appears that the oil is all drained out, or at least pretty much everything, so I'm going to put the cap back on and of course make sure to tighten it back down appropriately. Now the frame of this mower has a hole here so that the oil filter can drain through it, but I'm on a slight slope of a hill, so I'm going to have to stick a rag under here to help catch some of that oil that might drip off. And this filter is under really tight, so I'm going to have to get a little help from this filter tool. It is on there tight. Even after that tool, it's still on there pretty tight, but make sure you get it fully off. And before you attach the new filter, make sure you fully clean off the whole surface of your oil filter. You don't want to have any grit, grime, or dirt in there. Then remove the dipstick, and I'm going to use a funnel to add what is called for 2 quarts of oil. And once I have everything back together and it filled up with oil, I'm going to crank it for about 5 to 10 seconds, making sure all the oil gets sloshed around and goes through the filter. Then I'm going to turn it off, check for leaks, and make sure the oil is completely full.